Let's fix this fucker. What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I got this Ryobi 3200 PSI 196cc power washer in the shop. Part number RY803265VNM. It has an issue with the pull start. I needed a power washer on the channel, and basically I've been scouring Facebook Marketplace for a used power washer. This one seemed to be a good candidate. The price was excellent. Excellent. Number one, I'm too cheap to spend the money on a brand new one. And number two, how are you gonna fix it if it ain't broken? The backstory on this unit, it's a couple years old, but it was only used once or twice. Ran out of gas. The guy went and filled the gas back up, went to go pull start it after the second time I think he was using it. And he almost ripped his arm off, he said. So after I got it back to the shop, pulling on it over here.
What did he say?
Same situation. It's very hard to pull in different strokes. One stroke, it's not bad. Then when you pull it again, the second stroke, it seems like it's tight, it's hard. I think I know what the issue is. Let's dig in and let's find out. So to confirm my hunch, I started by removing the valve cover and checking the backlash on the exhaust and intake valves, which in my case turned out to be just fine. I did not include that in the video because there must have been about 400,000 videos on YouTube of people setting valves to fix the snapback issue. Fortunately, unfortunately, for my case, that did not fix the problem. Now that the valve lash checked out to be okay, and I was still having the same problem, I knew the issue was deeper into the engine. These small engines have a little mechanism connected to the exhaust valve cam lobe that releases the compression in the cylinder when you're pull starting the engine. That mechanism is called a decompression valve. My hunch is that decompression valve is either damaged or faulty, causing the pull cord to snap back and create the hard starting issue that I'm currently having. We're going to do a cam swap, folks, but not for performance. I believe the decompression valve on the original cam, I don't know if it was just made too cheaply, or if it was made the way it was made, but I don't think the decompression valve on this machine is working correctly. The engine model number is RH265-3131. So I bought a used cam off of a used machine. The new cam that I bought, or the pre-owned cam that I bought, is RH265-3108. I don't know what the 3131 and the 3108 stand for, but it must be something different. And to find any kind of information on the internet lately, ever since AI basically took over, it's like literally like pulling teeth. To be honest, I kind of rather slam my weenie in the sliding glass door than to search something on the internet. Oh. Yes. Anywho, so we're gonna do a cam swap for this upgraded decompression valve and see if maybe it'll stop it ripping out of my hand, because it doesn't feel that great. So enjoy the montage as I put this thing back together. Now, before we take this puppy outside and test on her, I want to say a couple things. If this fixes the problem for me and you can't find the part on eBay, it's also available on partstree.com. It'll be linked down in the description. So all in all, if this fixes the issue, I'm in this machine $75 total. I bought it for $50, used, broken. The part cost me $25, $50 and $25, $75. No shit. So without further ado, let's see if my hunch is correct. Take this puppy outside and check her out. Nowadays, everybody's trying to save a buck. I totally get that. But when the quality starts to suffer is what I don't get. You make a product that costs $400 to $500 to buy. Unit works basically one time and it's no good no more. In order to get it fixed, it's gonna cost hundreds of dollars. You just spend $500 on the unit, you know what I mean? Anyway, I guess with the older engines, they use higher quality parts. Once they got to the newer engines, they started cutting down on the quality. I'm not sure exactly why they changed the design, but all I know is the new design doesn't work. The proof's in the pudding.
This is not pudding.
At the beginning of the video, I couldn't even get it to turn over, let alone start up and run. So in my eyes, this was a success. Now you know what to do if you adjusted your valves and you still can't get your machine to run. Spend a few extra dollars, get the can with the old style pressure relief valve. Unfortunately, the new valve seems like it's faulty, or it's faulty for me anyway. Comment down below if you have the same issue. If you're interested in seeing how this machine holds up, I'm going to be using it in the future, in future videos. Also, I'm on Instagram at a.patriotstouch. I'm also on Facebook and TikTok at a Patriots Touch. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on a Patriots Touch. Have a nice day. Today, I have this Ryobi, what's the name of it? Before I put everything back together, I want to pull it and see what it feels like, see if it feels any better. Yeah. And to find any kind of information on the internet lately, ever since AI took, and to find any kind of information, because look at the deer sleeping out, laying outside. See, she just looked around like, where is he? Where is he? Where you going?
Get up.
I know, now I gotta feed her. Anywho,